now let's get straight into it. What is Forex, guys? Forex simply means the buying and selling of currencies in order for you to make money. All right. Any currency that we use in the world today, it can be traded, all right, and money will be made. It can be dollar, it can be pounds, it can be cedis, it can be euro, it can literally be any currency. As long as it's a currency that we use in this world today, you can literally trade it to make money. All right. It is the largest financial market in the world. It opens 24 hours a day and 5 days a week. We do not trade weekends, we trade weekdays. Okay. You can trade with just your phone and your laptop. You do not need anything else. Even your phone, laptop is just a plus, okay? As long as your phone is with you, right? I'm not always carrying my laptop everywhere I go, right? So you just need your phone, but laptop is just a plus, okay? You do not need a degree, all right? You do not need a certification. You do not need any financial background, all right? I have seen so many people that came from the poorest background ever, right? Scale through because of this particular skill set. So you do not need any degree, you do not need any certificate, you don't need any financial background. And anywhere in the world, anyone, anywhere in the world can learn and profit for this. So this is a global market. No matter where you are, as long as you have your phone and an active internet, you can literally do this. And then the government, the financial institutions, as well as individuals like myself, we literally trade Forex. So even the banks, they're trading Forex. They're making money from the Forex. All right. So this is literally like very, very, very amazing. You know, when you travel and you go to the airport, right? And then you want to exchange your naira to dollar, and you tell the aboki, bring dollar, let me change my money. That is Forex, okay? You're already, doing Forex like that. Now, imagine that same thing happening 24 hours a day worldwide with banks, hedge funds, institutions, governments, like everybody is literally just making money, right? They're literally making money. Money is moving up and down like NEPA lights, okay? And the beautiful part is the fact that you and I can join that movement and take our own share of the profits. But well, I am already doing that. Everybody that's invited you to this call today, they are literally doing that already. All right. But you haven't started. So this is why I'm organizing this in order for me to teach you guys. So this is actually very, very simple. If you buy Euro USD, all right, and the price goes up, Euro USD is a currency pair. I said Forex involves buying and selling of currencies in order for you to make money, right? So Euro USD is a currency. So if you buy Euro USD, and then the price goes up, you make money. If you sell Euro USD and the price goes down, you make money. All right. But you might not understand now, but don't worry. I'm going to be explaining this in the layman terms as possible. Okay. So this is basically what you're going to be doing. You're going to be profiting from the price movement. And let me tell you something, money never stops moving. Okay. The market is always moving, which means, there's always an opportunity for you to make money. All right. And do you know the sweetest thing? The sweetest thing is the fact that you can do this all from your phone on your bed, even if you're looking like a scrap, right? Even if you just woke up from a 6 hours cry session, even if you just finished crying, you just finished doing anything, nobody knows, right? But your account is growing. So this is why I love Forex. It doesn't care about your hair, it doesn't care about your location, it doesn't care whether your lashes are there, it doesn't care whether you've just applied lip gloss on your mouth, your background, nothing. Just bring your phone, bring your brain, and bring your patience. All right. Now let's look at the basic Forex terminologies. So we're getting there right now. Okay, I want you guys to pay proper attention. So these are the basic Forex terminologies. So these are all you need to be able to understand Forex very well. Okay, we have the currency pair, we have the buy and sell, we have the lot size, we have the pips, we have the stop loss, we have the take profits, we have the leverage, and we have the entry points. All right, now let's look at currency pair first. Now this is the currency pair. All right. Currency pairs are two currencies being traded, all right, such as Euro USD or XAU USD, all right? So this is what a currency pair means. Euro USD, XAU USD, GBP USD, Euro CAD, CAD CHF, like these are literally examples of currency pairs. You're predicting whether the first currency will rise or fall against the second. For example, Euro USD right now, you're predicting whether Euro USD will rise or fall against USD. And another example, XAU USD, you're going to be predicting whether whether XAU, right, will rise or fall against the second one. All right. So this is literally amazing. Okay. So a currency pair is basically two currencies that inside a ring. It's just like as if they're inside a ring. All right. They're inside a boxing ring. They're fighting for strength. Okay. And what do? You're sitting by the ring side. You're collecting money from their fights. This is exactly what it means. Yes, thank you. I think it's Majo. Please don't write on my screen, okay? We do not want to do that, all right? Don't get us distracted. So please don't touch your phone. Just put your phone down and just listen to what I have to say, okay? And then on that, and then just bring me your understanding. So that's exactly what you're doing. Do not, Tiffany, don't write on your screen, please. I can see those writing on my screen. Please do not write on my screen. If you write on my screen again, I will remove you. Olamide, I can see you guys. So please don't distract us. All right? Don't distract us, please. Don't distract us. Please, 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 please. Okay? So this is what a currency pair means. All right? So like I already gave you an example, Euro USD, GBP JPY, XAU USD. This is XAU USD means gold versus US dollar. All right? Gold is literally the Beyonce of Forex. Okay? This is the diva, the queen. Everybody loves gold. Okay? But the way we love gold, you know when you're in a toxic relationship, right? But you still love that person. This is exactly what gold is all about. All right? Everybody loves gold. All right? So if you understand what currency pair means, drop a 1 in the chat box. If you understand what currency pair means, drop a 1 in the chat box. If you understand what currency pair means, drop a 1 in the chat box. Amazing. I love it. Amazing, amazing. Wow. Let's go. So we have the second one, which is the buy and sell. Okay. This is the buy and sell. All right. When we say buy, right, you're simply telling the market, go up for me, I beg, let me cash out. Okay. That is exactly what you're telling the market. If they give you a signal and it says buy, this is basically what you're doing. You're just telling the market, go up, I want to make money. All right. If they tell you sell, you're telling the market, go down, I want to make money. That is exactly what you're saying. So for a buy, you expect the price to rise. And for a sell, you expect the price to drop. If it is a buy and the price goes up, you're making money. All right. If it is a sell and the price goes down, you're making money. All right. So for example, XAU USD buy, right? It means that you expect XAU USD to increase. You want it to go up, all right, in order for you to make money. All right. So if you understand only this, trust me, you're already ahead of 80% of beginners. Honestly, if you understand what I just said, right? Buy, you're expecting the market to go up to make money. Sell, you're expecting the market to go down to make money. If you understand just these two things, trust me, you already know 80% of Forex. All right. So trust me, this is huge and very, very, what's it called? This is like the most important thing. All right. So we have the next one, which is called lot size. Okay. This is the amount you choose to trade. Okay. This is the amount you choose to trade. It determines how much you can gain or how much you can lose. All right. And we have the examples. 0.01 lot size, it is low risk. This is the lowest risk that we have. Okay. We do not have anything less than 0.01. All right. So the next one, what's it called? 0.05 is like a medium risk. And then 0.1, anything from 0.1 and above is high risk. All right. From 0.1 and above is high risk. Okay. So lot size is how much you are trading with. Okay. So let me use another example. So let's say, for example, you want to order food. Okay. You want to order food. 0.01 is like your starter. All right. This is like small chops and everything. All right. Then 0.05 is like your normal plate. Okay. Like I'm literally explaining how, people eat. Me, for example, now I do not eat too much. I don't eat too much. Okay. So 0.01 is like a very, very light food. 0.05 is like a normal plate. You're not eating too much. You're not eating, what's it called? You're not eating low. And then we have 0.1. That one is like, I'm a glutton. All right. That is exactly what it means. Okay. Now, you want to start small, all right? Your confidence does not move the market. So as a beginner, right? As a beginner, you definitely want to start small, okay? You want to start small. So 0.01, maximum 0.02. Don't do too much. When you start understanding the markets very, very well, then you can now start increasing your lot size, all right? Now we have the next one, which is the pips, okay? A pip measures movements in price. All right. So let's say, for example, like this is literally like the money maker. This is where the money is. Okay. Pips, these are like small movements in price that, actually result in profit. Okay. So for example, now if gold moves from 40.80 to like 40.81, that is 10 pips. Okay. You see those tiny movements from 40.80 to 40.81. That is big money. Oh, no, don't worry. That is big money. That is where your money is. That is where you make the money. All right. That is exactly where you make money. So more pips in your direction, right, equals more profit. So if you understand everything I've said so far, drop some sevens in the chat box. If you understand everything I've said so far, drop some sevens in the chat box. If you understand everything I've said so far, drop. Oh my God, I love how you guys are paying attention. Like, it gives me so much joy. It actually means that I'm explaining it in the simplest way ever. Amazing. Amazing. So this is what pips actually means. All right. Now we have the next one, which is the entry. All right. Or your POI. Your POI means your point of interest. Okay. So if some people gives you trade idea, if they say POI, it is the same thing as entry. If they give you entry and they say entry, it is the same thing as POI. So it's just like as if I'm telling you, you know, when you type in a Roman numeral, sorry, no, not Roman, you know, when you type 1, like just the figure 1, and then you also type ONE, so it's the same. Do you get? So let's use entry as 1, like the figure, and then let's use POI as ONE, so it is the same thing. All right. Now the entry, this is the exact price where you enter the market, okay, based on your analysis or the signal provided. So they'll give you a signal like this. Example is buy gold at 40.80. So once the market gets to 40.80, you enter the market for a buy. Okay, so this is your entry point. This is the point at which you are going to be entering the market. You're going to be seeing more of entry. Okay, you're going to be seeing more of this because without the entry, nobody can give you signal. Okay. They give you buy gold at this price, or sell gold at this price, okay? Or sell Euro USD at this price, or sell GBP card at this price. So you would always be given your entry, all right? Even if you've just, you know, analyzed the markets, you yourself will have an entry. So entry is actually very, very, very important, all right? Now we have the next one, which is your stop loss, all right? Your stop loss is your protection level, okay? This is like your personal bouncer, all right? Jamiu Aremo, you're touching your screen, please. This is like your personal bouncer, all right? So if the market tries to disgrace you, your stop loss will drag you out. All right? Your stop loss will drag you out. So always use it. We do not do God forbid here. Oh, we don't do God, please. We don't do, oh, I trust the market. We don't do it here. The market will disgrace you. It is always ready to disgrace you. All right. So if the market moves against you, your trade closes automatically to prevent large losses. So a stop loss helps you prevent it helps you protect your capital. Okay, so it's going to help you, it's going to remove you out of the trade if it sees that, oh, the losses are becoming too much. So it will remove you out of the trade. Okay, this is exactly what stop loss means. So it can be called stop loss. It can also be called invalidation level. Okay, invalidation level. So invalidation means, and if you see INV, just know it is stop loss. If you see invalidation, just know it is stop loss. And if you see stop loss means stop loss. All right, so it is the same thing. It's just like the 2 figure. All right, the figure 2, and then the what's it called, TWO. Okay, so it is the same thing. So stop loss is the same thing as invalidation. It is the same thing. So some people can give you stop loss, some people can give you invalidation. When they give you invalidation, just know it is also called stop loss. All right, now we have the next one, which is the take profit. All right, this is your target level. Okay, this is literally your auto pay. Once the price reaches this point, your trade closes in profit automatically. And this is always our goal, okay? It closes the trade in profit, even if you're sleeping, even if you're dancing, even if you're cooking, no matter what you're doing, as long as you set your take profit, is going to take you out of the trade and you would have made money. Stop loss will take you out of the trade in loss, but take profit will take you out of the trade in profit. This is the difference between the two, okay? Stop loss is to help you prevent further losses, but take profit is to help you collect your money. All right, so this is exactly what it means. Okay, now we have the next one, which is the leverage. Okay, your broker allows you to trade with borrowed funds. All right, so leverage is like borrowing money from your broker to trade bigger. This is what it means. So even if you have $10, you can still borrow, like you can still trade at a level that is higher than your $100. So if you have $100 in your account right now, the broker can, if you set your leverage higher, the broker can borrow you more money, but it is still $100 that is there. if you fund $100, right? If you fund $100, instead of you to be trading at that level of $100, right? Your broker allows you to increase your leverage in a way that you can even increase, like it will be allowing you to trade like as if you have $1,000 in your account. It will be allowing you to be trading like as if you have $10,000 in your account. This is exactly what leverage means, okay? So for example, now a 1:100 leverage means $10 can control a $1,000 worth of trades. You see what I mean? You have $10, but if you increase your leverage, it's going to allow you trade like as if you have $1,000. This is exactly what you mean. So use small lot sizes until you gain confidence. All right. So this is exactly what it means. So this is just it's just like as if what's it called? You're borrowing money from your broker. All right. So this is actually very, very good. Okay. But use it with sense. All right. So guys, we have the essential trading tools. Okay. This is what you need to trade. All right. This is what you need to trade. So let's get into it because this is actually like the most important of this, free trial. This is what you yourself are going to be using to trade. All right. So aside all the terminologies and everything, this is exactly what you are going to be using to trade. All right. So because trust me, like you cannot enter the forex market with vibes and confidence alone. You need the right tools. So the same way a doctor can't operate without experiments, you cannot trade without your toolbox, okay? And your toolbox are your, MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 app. Sorry. Your tools are your MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. It's actually the same thing, all right? But everybody prefers MetaTrader 5, okay? MetaTrader 4 gives these Android vibes, but MetaTrader 5 gives iPhone vibes, all right? So this is why most people like MetaTrader 5. So most people are going to be using MetaTrader 5 to trade, okay? So your broker account, your signal provider, or your trading strategy, your trading capital, good internet, and then a platform, okay? Now let's look at the first on the list, which is your MetaTrader 5. So this is your main trading platform, all right? You must have this because it is where you enter your trade. It is where you set your stop loss, set your take profit, close trades, and monitor the markets. Without MT5, you cannot execute trades. You cannot. Okay, you cannot execute trades. Okay, this is your trading platform. This is where you buy and sell. So think of it like a steering a steering wheel of your car. All right. So this is exactly what it means. If you don't have MT5 downloaded yet, please download it right now because when we start trading, you don't want to miss any trades. You don't want to lose money. I mean, you don't want to miss out on any money. All right, because we're going to be trading live. All right. Now we have the next one, which is your broker account. All right. So this is your gateway to the market. So your broker is like an intermediary between you and the market. All right. So this is where you what's it called? This is where you deposit. This is where you connect your MetaTrader 5 to. This is your trading account, and this is where you get to borrow that leverage I was talking about. Okay, so you cannot trade without a broker. All right, you cannot trade without a broker. You cannot place a single trade on your MT5 until your broker account is connected. So please don't skip this. All right, I've already dropped the link to create your broker account in the group. All right, so use the link that I provided, and what's it called? Make sure you register and create an account for yourself, and also make sure you verify, because if you don't verify, you won't be able to deposit funds and then you won't be able to like make money. All right, so make sure if you've not done that, go and do that right now. So we have examples of broker accounts. We have Core Markets, we have XNET, we have XM, we have PU Prime, we have CoinX. We have so many. We have thousands of brokers. All right, now we have the next one, which is the signal provider. All right, the signal provider. Okay, so a lot of people are new. You're still learning. You're still trying to understand the charts. All right, so instead of suffering or instead of guessing, you definitely need signals. Okay, so in order for you to know what to trade and where to trade, you need a signal provider. Or maybe if you're not a newbie and you already know how to trade, then you need a strategy that you've learned. So beginners need signals to avoid guessing. Okay, so signals are like having Google Maps for trading. So they tell you what pair to trade. They tell you when to buy or sell. They'll tell you when to enter. They give you your stop loss and they give you your take profits. Okay, so it makes your trading journey very, very easy, and you don't even need to overthink. All you have to do is just copy and paste. You see the way you used to copy your friends back then in school to make money. Here, you're copying trades to make. Sorry, the way you always copy your friends back then in school to pass an exam, right? this is what you're going to be doing here. But this time, you're not passing an exam. You're copying professionals, or right, to make money. This is exactly what. So if you can copy your friends back then in school to pass an exam, you can also copy and paste money here to make. Sorry, you can copy and paste signals here to make money. All right. Then we have your trading capital. All right. Let me be very, very honest with you. You cannot enter the Forex market with $0 and expect 1 million naira. Your capital is your fuel. Without fuel in your car, you can't go anywhere, right? You cannot go anywhere. So this is like the main thing, right? You need capital. If you don't have capital, you would never make money. All right? You would never ever make money. All right? So your capital is like, right? Make sure you're trading like someone with $20. If you put in $200, make sure you're trading with like somebody that is what's it called? Make sure you're trading like somebody that has $200 in their account. All right. But no matter what your capital is, start small and trade responsibly, guys. Do not put $10 in your account and be using like 0.5 lot size or 0.05 lot size. Stick to what you know. Okay. You don't want to over leverage. All right. This is what's it called? The issue beginners have the most. You want to get rich quick. No, this is a skill set that you need to learn. See, once you learn this, give it like 3 months, 6 months. After 6 months, you're not even going to be making peanuts again. You're going to be making millions, millions, millions. So you have to treat it accordingly. All right. You don't just want to jump into the market and be expecting quick funds. No. All right. So this can be $10, $20, $50, $100, anything you can afford. Fund your account with it. Okay, fund your account with it. But no matter your capital, start small and trade responsibly. Even with small money, your mindset must be big. Okay, now we have the next one, which is good internet connection. Guys, I don't want you guys to laugh here, okay? Because you actually need strong internet. So many of us, like not us, because obviously I use the Wi-Fi. Because so many of you don't have a strong internet, all right? And the thing is, Forex waits for no one, okay? Forex waits for no one. By the time your network finishes, by the time your network finishes doing like all this buffering and everything, the trade we've already entered the trade. We've taken profits and we've even gone home to sleep, right? So you don't need anything fancy. Just make sure you have a stable Wi-Fi or a stable data. This thing is money we're talking about, okay? So let your network behave. So slow network equals late entries equals unnecessary losses. All right. So you need a very, very, very strong internet. All right. So we also have platform. All right. So you need a platform for receiving signals, updates, training, support. If you miss, any updates or signals, you miss profits. Okay. So the last thing we have is actually called the mindset. All right. I totally forgot to add this particular one, but let's talk about mindset. You need to get your mindset right, guys. This is like your invisible tool. Okay, it is very, very, very invisible. Just think of this as like your invisible tool. People ignore this so much. If you come into trading with fear, if you come into trading with doubt or with laziness, you've already lost. Don't worry, you've already lost. Okay, but if you come with discipline, if you come with patience, if you come with consistency, you will be shocked at what this skill set can do for you. Guys, you will be shocked. Okay, you will be shocked at what this skill set can literally do for you. All right. So trust me, you need your mindset intact. All right. You need your patience intact. You need your discipline intact. You need your consistency intact. All right. So if you've understood everything I've said so far, please drop some 8 in the chat box. Perfect. So you guys understand. Wow. Amazing.